Good morning, children. Today also we'll continue with the first chapter, that is the living world, in which we'll be studying about diversity and taxonomic categories. Children, the earth hosts a vast variety of living organisms. According to a survey, the number of species that are known and described range between 1.7 to 1.8 million. This number refers to the known biodiversity on the earth. Although the actual biodiversity present on earth is far more than this number. The term biodiversity or biological diversity means the entire number and types of organisms present on the earth. The living world includes all the living organisms such as microorganisms, plants, animals, and humans. Biodiversity is not limited to the existing life forms. As we continue to explore new areas and even old ones, new organisms are continuously being added. This huge available variety cannot be studied and identified without having a proper system of classification and nomenclature. The word systematics is derived from the Latin word systema, which means systematic arrangement of organisms. Linnaeus used Systema Naturae as the title of his book. He coined the term systematics in the year 1751. Systematics is the branch of science that deals with unique properties of species and groups to recognize, describe, name, and arrange the diverse organisms according to an organized plan. In 1961, Simpson defined systematics as the study of diversity of organisms and all their comparative and evolutionary relationships based on comparative anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, and ecology. The words systematics and taxonomy are often used interchangeably by the biologist. Systematics includes identification. Identification aims at finding the correct name and appropriate position of an organism. The morphological and anatomical characters are examined for proper identification. Systematics also includes classification. The huge number and variety of living organisms make it difficult to study them. Therefore, there arises a need to classify all the organisms into different categories according to their specific features. Thus, classification is the process by which things are grouped into different categories based on some easily observable characters. Biological classification is the scientific arrangement of organisms in a hierarchy of groups and subgroups on the basis of similarities and differences in their traits. There are several advantages of classification, like it helps to identify and study an organism easily. Second, new organisms easily get correct place in their respective groups. Third, it makes study of fossils easy. Fourth one, it also helps in building evolutionary pathways. And the last is, it becomes easy to know the features of whole group by studying one or two organisms of the group. For example, plants having roots, shoots, leaves, or flowers. Mammals having external ears and body hair. Similarly, certain features make dogs look like a dog. Same in the case with all organisms. Dogs, cats, mammals, wheat, rice, plants, animals, etc. are convenient categories we use to study organisms. The scientific term for these categories is taxa. Now, taxonomy is the science of identification, classification, and nomenclature. Based on their spatial characteristics, all the living organisms can be classified into different categories. The scientific term for these categories is taxa. This process of classification is called taxonomy. Carolus Linnaeus is known as father of taxonomy. The basis of modern taxonomic studies are external and internal structures, along with the structure of cell, development process, and ecological information of organisms. It provides information according to similarities, dissimilarities, and evolutionary relationships of various organisms. The concept of classical or old taxonomy exists since the time of Aristotle and Theophrastus till the time of Linnaeus. On the other hand, the concept of modern taxonomy was given by Julian Huxley in the year 1940. The basic processes of taxonomic studies are: organisms are described on the basis of morphology and other characteristics. The description of characteristics helps in the placement of the organisms in various taxa. A new taxon can be framed if the organism is different from the existing taxa. The correct naming of an organism can be done after placing it in appropriate taxon. A new organism can be given a new name after following the standardized rules. Now let us study about taxonomic categories. Classification is not a single-step process. It involves hierarchy of steps in which each step represents a rank or category. Since the category is a part of overall taxonomic arrangement, it is called the taxonomic category. And all categories together constitute the taxonomic hierarchy. Taxon is the unit of classification. In fact, represents a rank and is commonly called the taxon. The term taxon was first introduced by ICBN during the year 1956. According to Mayer, taxon is a group of any rank that is sufficiently distinct to be worthy of being assigned a definite category. In simple words, taxon refers to a group of similar genetically related individuals having certain characters distinct from those of other groups. The taxonomic hierarchy is the system of arranging taxonomic categories in a descending order. It was first introduced by Linnaeus, and hence it is also known as Linnaean hierarchy. Group represents category, and category further denotes rank. Each rank or taxon represents a unit of classification. These taxonomic groups or categories are distinct biological entities and not merely morphological aggregates. The picture shows about the different taxonomic categories. showing the hierarchical arrangement in descending order, where the first is the kingdom, then phylum, then class, then order, then family, then genus, and then species. This is an example of geographical taxonomical hierarchy. Again, this is the taxonomic system where the plant kingdom is there and the animal kingdom is there. Okay, if the first category is the kingdom, then in the plant kingdom the next category is division, whereas for animals it is phylum, and rest all other categories remains the same, that is class, order, family, genus and species. The taxonomic categories, which are always used in hierarchical classification of organisms, are called common categories. They are 7 in number. In descending order are kingdom, phylum or division for plants, class, order, family and genus, which we have just now learned. All the numbers of taxonomic categories possess some similar characters, which are different from those of others. The maximum similarities occurs in species, which is also the lowest category in the hierarchy of categories. Similarity of characters decreases with the rise in hierarchy. Let us study about species now. Taxonomic studies consider a group of individual organisms with fundamental similarities as a species. Species is considered as the lowest or basic taxonomic category, which consists of one or more individuals of a population that resemble one another more closely than individuals of other species. The members of species interbreed freely and are reproductively isolated from others. Example: Mangifera indica, which is mango, Solanum tuberosum, potato, and Panthera leo, that is lion. All the three names, indica, tuberosum, and leo, represent the specific epithets, while the first words, Mangifera, Solanum, and Panthera, are genera and represent another high level of taxon or category. Each genus may have one or more than one specific epithets representing different organisms, but having morphological similarities. Example: Panthera has another specific epithet called tigris, and Solanum includes species like nigrum and melongena. Human beings, species sapien and genus Homo, only genus with single species. Now let us study about genus. Genus comprises a group of related species which have more characters in common in comparison to species of other genera. In other words, genera are aggregates of closely related species. Lion, Panthera leo, leopard, Panthera pardus, and tiger, Panthera tigris, with several common features, are all species of the genera Panthera. Panthera genus differs from Felis, including the cats. Now, family. Family is a group of related genera with less number of similarities as compared to genus and species. All the genera of a family have some common or correlated features. They are separable from genera of a related family by important differences in both vegetative and reproductive features. In plants, families are characterized on the basis of both vegetative and reproductive features. For example, 3 different genera, Solanum, Petunia, and Datura, are placed in the family Solanaceae. Among animals, for example, genus Panthera, comprising lion, tiger, leopard, is put along with the genus Felis, cats, in the family Felidae. Cats and dogs, on the other hand, are placed in different families, that is Felidae and Cancidae, respectively, but the order is same. Now let us study about order. An order is a group of one or more related families that possess some similar correlated characters which are lesser in number as compared to a family or genera. Plant families like Convolvulaceae, Solanaceae are included in the order Polemoniales, mainly based on the floral characters. The animal order Carnivora includes family like Felidae, Cancidae. Now children, let us study about class. The category includes related orders. For example, order Primata, comprising monkey, gorilla, and gibbon, is placed in class Mammalia along with the order Carnivora, that includes animals like tiger, cat, and dog. Class Mammalia has other orders also. Class Dicotyledone include order Polemoniales and Sapindales. Now, phylum. Phylum or division is a taxonomic category higher than class and lower in rank to kingdom. The term phylum is used for animals while division is commonly used for plants. Both categories consist of more than one class having some similar correlated characters. Example, chordata of animals contains the classes like species, amphibia, reptilia, aves, and mammalia. Now, the last one is kingdom. It is known to be the highest category in taxonomy. This includes all the organisms which share a set of distinguished characters. Example, all the animals belonging to various phyla are assigned the highest category called kingdom Animalia. Similarly, all the plants are kept in kingdom Plantae. R.H. Whittaker assigned 5 kingdom classification of organisms. These are Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia, as you have studied in class 9th. Lower the taxa, more are the characters that the member within the taxon share. The number of similar characters decrease as we go higher from species to kingdom taxa. Higher the categories, greater is the difficulty of determining the relationship to other taxa at the same level. This is the examples of the common name of the organisms, their biological names, like if we talk of men. right? Then the biological name is Homo sapiens, where genus is Homo, sapiens is the species, family is Hominidae, order Primata, class Mammalia, and the phylum is Chordata. Similarly, the complete classification for housefly, mango and wheat is been described in this table. Now, this is another example which shows the different hierarchy of classification. Then the organism is cat, wolf and fly, right? And the classification is given. For the cat, wolf and fly, the kingdom is Animalia. Phylum for cat and wolf is Chordata, and for fly it is Arthropoda. Class for cat and wolf is Mammalia, and for fly it is Insecta. Order for cat and wolf is Carnivora, and for fly it is Diptera. Family for cat is Felidae, for wolf it is Canidae, and for fly it is Musidae. Genus for cat is Felis, for wolf it is Canis, and for fly it is Musca. Species is Domesticus for cat, Lupus for wolf and Domestica for fly. Now children, I want to ask you one question. From the table, which two animals are most commonly related? Looking to the classification, you can tell me which two animals are closely related with each other. Yes, you are correct. Cat and wolf are the closely related animals. So children, that's all for today. In our next class, we will be starting with the new chapter. I hope you all have understood this chapter. Thank you.